Welcome to the last day of January. It's a Tuesday, January 31st, 2023. This Day Weather Podcast brought to you by Cowboy State Daily, also brought to you by WYDOT. Well, the winter weather is going to continue, but Arctic air is going to start to slide slowly east. So this will bring a slow warming trend. However, when Arctic air begins to leave the Rockies, there's always a wind to fill in the void. Basically, there's a huge pressure difference between that dense Arctic air and the warmer, lighter air coming in from the west, and this makes the winds pick up. The mountain gaps are like Arlington, Elk Mountain, Muddy Gap along sections of Interstate 25, where the air tries to get through those river valleys. The wind really starts to pick up through those mountain gaps. So that means blowing snow on the highways for the next few days. That's going to cause travel problems. I-80, parts of the higher elevations of I-70 in Colorado, and I-25 in Wyoming and far northern Colorado, watch out for blowing snow. But this will lead to a slow warming trend. Have patience. It's going to be a slow warm-up. And the snow-covered basins and valleys, especially along and west of the divide, it's still going to be a real slow process for you to warm up with all the snow cover we've got. However, in terms of new snow, we really don't expect much in the way of new snow through the weekend. That'll be good. So we don't have a lot of new snow to add to the totals. Some snow showers in the high country this weekend, but not much on the plains. Also, we'll have an update on where that comet is, as it is going to be getting the closest to the Earth here over the next couple of days. Here's a shot along Interstate 80 as it got opened again. You can see the trucks lined up all the way into the distance there. Problem along Interstate 80 will be that blowing snow over the next couple of days, not new snow. Lots of folks got 30 to 40 below or colder over the last couple of mornings, especially Monday morning. So a lot of folks taking pictures of their weather stations, posting them on social media, kind of like who got the coldest, who's colder than who. Good news is we won't be as severely cold, but I tell you, the two Arctic outbreaks we've had this winter, very, very impressive. As the weather unfolds today, we'll have still that dip in the jet stream. That slow swinging down into the desert southwest is shoveling moisture in the form of ice, rain, and snow over here. And so we're going to see that cold overspreading. So you can see only the southeast United States keeping the warmth. The rest of the nation really, really cold. And there's that ice. Ice is ongoing right now in Texas and is spreading along that line right there. If you're flying to these areas, trying to drive through these areas, very, very icy conditions there. Now here is the wind. These are the wind gusts through Friday morning. And so across the Rockies, you can see just along the front range of the mountains and along the divide is where the winds are going to be strong and gusty. Gusty winds out here across California, the Pacific Northwest as well. And then focusing in, you can see why we've got the problems with the blowing snow. I-25, Interstate 80, the high front range mountains of Colorado, going to really be getting into the wind. Up along the Cody to Meeteetse area, windy. South Pass, windy. And all of those areas have snow on the ground. That's going to get blown around. However, look at that. We got a high pressure ridge overhead coming in on Friday. So that is going to be able to really kind of initiate those warmer temperatures and give us a little bit of a thaw and maybe melt a little bit of that ice and snow. Here's the dagger of Arctic air pushing into the northern Great Lakes, eastern Canada. There will be some areas up here in Canada that will probably go to 50 below or colder. And some of that very cold air heads into New England, and there you can see it right there. Really, really cold weather in the northeastern United States. It hasn't had it this winter, at least this cold. And there you can see the temperatures in New England by Saturday morning. Those are the forecasted low temperatures. So those don't include the wind chill value as well, getting down into the lower single digits near zero around New York City, going well below zero up into Boston. But as we get into next week, more of a westerly zonal flow develops, so that means it won't be quite as cold. But this is kind of the next frontal system that may be a snow producer coming into the northern plains and Rockies as we get into Monday and Tuesday of next week. But the forecast through Sunday for precipitation, so you can see it's a lot more quiet out west. Yes, there's going to be a little bit of snow shower activity this weekend in the Colorado mountains, but there's really kind of a break in the pattern for a lot of the nation's midsection between now and Sunday in terms of new precipitation. But if you go out to 10 days, well, you can see it starts to pick up again. As we go out further into the middle to the end of next week, the weather gets busy again, meaning we'll start to see more storms off the Pacific. And there you go. This is by next Sunday, February 12th. A larger, more impressive trough will come on in. Now, I want to talk about the comet. Got a great shot from Matt Edwards night of January 29th. He braved the minus 26 Fahrenheit temperatures. There you can see the comet right there. You're going to want to look off to a northerly direction. It's showing up fairly good. If you got a telescope, good binoculars, and you're willing to brave the cold and get away from the city lights, you're going to have some good opportunities to see it. And if you're an astrophotographer, get some good shots. This is a little hard to see, but right there is north. So basically, you look due north and then a little bit west of north as we head into tonight. And you can see it right there. There's a lot. The Sky Live, put your location in there. theskylive.com is where I recommend you go to try to find it. Here's the cloud forecast for tonight. You can see there's a lot of cloudiness over the Pacific Northwest, Montana. Clouds moving into western Wyoming. But there's going to be an area right here that has an opportunity for clear skies tonight. Satellite photo shows that there aren't a lot of clouds right here in the west right now, so there may be some opportunities for some of you tonight. Have yourself a great Tuesday. Stay warm. See you.